Hello, I'm Joe and welcome to Access A-List. Now, the big story this week is of course the departure of Zayn Malik from all-conquering boy band One Direction. The singer, of mixed British and Pakistani heritage, has shown signs of strain in recent weeks after rumours about his relationship with fiancée Perrie Edwards, a member of X Factor winners Little Mix, being on the rocks, and the pressure increasing after pictures emerged of Zayn with 19-year-old Lauren Richardson in Thailand, where he was on holiday with bandmate Louis Tomlinson. After the photos went viral, Malik was granted a leave of absence from the band's On the Road tour as he flew home for crisis talks with fiancée Perrie. However, she was seen leaving the London home they share together laden with bags only a few hours after he arrived, prompting speculation that the pair have split for good. Shortly afterwards, on Wednesday evening, an official announcement on the One Direction Facebook page gave millions of Directioners around the world the news they have dreaded, that Zayn will be leaving the band. The statement read, "After 5 incredible years, Zayn Malik has decided to leave One Direction. Niall, Harry, Liam and Louis will continue as a four-piece and look forward to the forthcoming concerts of their world tour and recording their 5th album, due to be released later this year. Zayn says, 'My life with One Direction has been more than I could ever have imagined. I'm leaving because I want to be a normal 22-year-old who is able to relax and have some private time out of the spotlight. I know I have 4 friends for life in Louis, Liam, Harry and Niall.' One Direction say, 'We're really sad to see Zayn go, but we totally respect his decision and send him all our love for the future. We're looking forward to recording the new album and seeing all the fans on the next stage of the world tour.' And finally, and most importantly, Simon Cowell said, 'I would like to say thank you to Zayn for everything he's done for One Direction. Since I first met him in 2010, I've grown very, very fond and immensely proud of him. I've seen him grow in confidence and I am truly sorry to see him leave. As for One Direction, fans can rest assured that Niall, Liam, Harry and Louis are hugely excited about the future of the band.' Now, it's obviously a huge story, so what do you think? Can One Direction survive without Zayn? Will they carry on? Or if not, who's going to be next to leave? As always, drop us a comment below or tweet us at AccessAlist. Inevitably, fans all over the world were distraught at the news, with hundreds even asking for compassionate leave from work, according to the independent newspaper. But especially hard hit were the legions of young teenage girls who make up the group's core fan base. However, worrying images soon began to emerge on social media as distraught fans not only posted their reactions, but also images of them self-harming and encouraging others to follow suit. A spokesperson for children's charity Bernardo's said, "We are horrified at the overnight trending of self-harm tweets after Zayn Malik quit One Direction, with teenagers posting pictures of their self-inflicted injuries and encouraging others to follow suit. Self-harming sites and social media chat on self-harm are a disturbing aspect of culture which must be addressed and handled sensitively by all those responsible for caring for children." The story provoked over 4,600 tweets a minute after it broke and is continuing to cause a global media and social media sensation. Ironically, Malik left the band for his own mental well-being, citing a need to be normal and enjoy his life away from the spotlight. And with this in mind, Rachel Burrows, who edits parenting website NetMums, had the final word, saying, "Sadly, some youngsters do self-harm to cope with stress, but hashtags like these are dangerous and they can potentially encourage kids to try it. If you think your child is at risk, remind them it isn't what Zayn or the band would want. They want their fans happy and healthy." Now, believe me guys, as someone who lived through the breakup of Take That, it'll all be okay. Some good news though, as it has been confirmed that One Direction's sold-out show at the Dubai Sevens Stadium will go on, despite the sudden departure of Zayn Malik from the band. Thomas Overson, chief executive of Dun Events, the show's promoter, said while Malik's exit is sad for the band and fans, the show will take place on the 4th of April as scheduled. "I'm still putting on a One Direction show," he said. "The only difference is that they are now a 4-piece rather than a 5-piece. That is a big thing for some, but for me, it makes no difference." With the show 9 days away, Mr. Overson conceded it is too late to change the merchandise on offer, all of which will show 5 members of the band. "Grab the posters showing the 5 boys as soon as you can, because the band will record a new album in the summer as a 4-piece, he said. So this will be the last chance for you to grab something showing the original band. Now, I would like to begrudgingly admit that Thomas Overson sounds like a bit of a legend. In a week of high-profile departures, another era ended as the BBC finally made their mind up about what to do with Jeremy Clarkson, and they sacked him. The presenter had recently been involved in an altercation with a producer while away filming with the show, and after a string of other misdemeanours, they deemed this a step too far, and the announcement that Clarkson was out came on Wednesday. Announcing his decision, Lord Hall, the Director General of the BBC, said Clarkson's dismissal was unavoidable. For me, a line has been crossed. There cannot be one rule for one and one rule for another, dictated by either rank or public relations and commercial considerations. However, he added, this decision should in no way detract from the extraordinary contribution that Jeremy Clarkson has made to the BBC. I've always personally been a great fan of his work and Top Gear. Speculation is now rife about both Clarkson's future and the future of the show, which is the BBC's most successful global export. Sky have suggested they will not be making an offer to the presenter, but it remains to be seen what the other broadcast giants, such as ITV, will do. There are also question marks over the future of his co-hosts, Richard Hammond and James May, with the latter changing his Twitter profile to former TV presenter. Clarkson, meanwhile, marked his sacking with a glitzy showbiz party, as figures as prominent as Wikipedia founder Jimmy Wales predicted he will become a billionaire after founding and syndicating a brand new global motoring show. So as two Brits leave the roles that made them superstars, another had a triumphant beginning, as James Corden earned rave reviews after making his debut as host of the US chat show institution, The Late Late Show. Corden admitted his nerves almost got the better of him on opening night and was petrified he might be sick when he stepped out onto the stage to introduce himself and greet his first A-list guests, Tom Hanks and Mila Kunis. Corden said, "All you can see is the spotlight from the back of the room on the curtain and you just go. This is going to open in a minute and I'm going to have to walk out there and look remotely like I know anything about anything. And then it's just a question to not throw up on your own clothes." The star needn't have worried, however, since American viewers have embraced his down-to-earth persona and self-deprecating humour, with critics universally branding him a hit. Corden was clearly emotional on opening night and thanked his parents, who were in the audience, while the comedic highlight of the show was a 7-minute sketch in which James, partnered by Tom Hanks, performed a whistle-stop tour of the legendary actor's movie history. Now, James is a lovely and a talented chap, and we wish him the best of luck in his new job. To Egyptian TV now, and a popular Egyptian puppet character has stirred controversy in the Arab world after a promo was released where she's seen lying in a nightgown with two half-naked bodyguards standing by the foot of her bed. The character, Abla Fahita, has been described as a social phenomenon and has appeared on numerous TV shows. In the clip, Fahita orders the men to take off their shirts and bow down to pick up their shoes with their teeth. Some tweets describe the upcoming show as an example of puppet porn, while others on social media condemned the promo, saying it contained sexual innuendos that are inconsistent with Egyptian traditions. Abla Fahita ends the video clip with a warning that her new TV programme, Abla Fahita Live from the Duplex, is an adults-only affair. Now, the character is no stranger to controversy, having been accused of promoting conspiracies against Egypt for a Vodafone ad in 2014 and allegedly delivering an encoded message to terrorists. We brought you the trailer last week, and Cinderella is out now in UK cinemas. It's a retelling of the classic tale of a girl whose father unexpectedly passes away, so young Ella finds herself at the mercy of her cruel stepmother and her daughters. Never one to give up hope, Ella's fortunes begin to change after meeting a dashing stranger. It stars Lily James of Downton Abbey fame in the title role, alongside Helena Bonham Carter as the fairy godmother and Kate Blanchett as the wicked stepmother, and has legendary Shakespearean actor Kenneth Branagh directing. The film is a classy update of a well-known story and has already taken over $250 million worldwide and hasn't even opened everywhere yet. It's a runaway success and definitely a must-see. In terms of other films, Get Hard is the story of millionaire James King, played by Will Ferrell, who is wrongly convicted of fraud and bound for the notorious San Quentin prison, turns to Darnell Lewis, played by Kevin Hart, who's a guy who washes his car to prep him to go behind bars. Now, it's vulgar and it's silly, but listen, so was Anchorman, and The 40-Year-Old Virgin, and Dodgeball, and they're all wicked, so why not give this one a try? Finally, The Face of an Angel tells the story of a journalist and a filmmaker who chased the story of a murderer in events based on the real-life case of Amanda Knox and the murder of Meredith Kercher. It's dark and moody and has had mixed reviews, but fans of Michael Winterbottom's work will see the director's classic touch on this in places. However, inevitably, the major talking point of the film is a central role for superstar model Cara Delevingne, who's turned her hand to acting and has a number of films out this year. She's sexy and mysterious, as you'd expect, and we look forward to seeing her in her next movie, Paper Towns, out in August. That's it from this week's Access A-List, and as always, for all the latest showbiz news from all over the globe, check out levant.tv and follow us on Twitter at Access A-List. This week, we thought we'd play you out with the trailer for brand new epic, The Water Diviner, starring Russell Crowe, who is also making his directorial debut. It's in UK cinemas on the 3rd of April. Enjoy. My name's Joe. See you next.
Arthur, look after me, brothers, and keep my bloody head down.
If this is your son, he was taken prisoner. He did not die here.
So he's alive?
I don't know.
But you hope?
Hope's a necessity where I come from.
The camps are gone. Go home, Mr. Connor.
Nobody will tell me what prison camp they sent Arthur to.
I will ride with you.
I promised their mother I would find them and bring them home.
I measure a man by how much he loves his children, not by what the world has done to them.
If you do find your son, what will you say to him?